Is the heaviness too like a not being affected by, you know how we can be affected by other people, but that the guru's presence is heavy enough to just like stay. So you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so it's
like
not pulled off by
like
this.
The guru's
energy.
got his own energy field.
Or this energy. It's like solid.
Yeah, I mean,
in what it is.
Ideally less affected by the vicissitudes of daily life. But Guruji was very human as well. Things did affect him quite a bit. For example, when his wife of, nearly 60 years passed away, he was devastated. They were really connected at the hip. She was an extraordinary woman, very evolved soul, very spiritually advanced person. And Guruji used to confer with her on important decisions like Dean wants a spiritual name. What do you think? Yeah. So, yeah, she passed away, I think it was Christmas Eve, 1997. And, it took Guruji probably a good year to recover from that. And, he also lost his son way back in 1978, his youngest son, that hit him hard as well. It's interesting when his wife-to-be was a young girl, and she saw Guruji for the first time doing a yoga demonstration. And she was smitten, She said to her father, "I want that man." And she was like 12. And so her father said, "Well, we have to check out the horoscopes." So they got all of Guruji's birth information. They checked out the horoscope, and the astrologer says it's an excellent love match, but there will be problems with the children. So they went for it. There was some problems with the children. Ramesh, Manju, basically defected to the U.S. 1975. Didn't show up at the airport when it was time to go home.
Going up at this coast, and he said,
Yeah, Manju still lives here in Encinitas with his wife. They have a daughter at the same age as my daughter. But I don't know how I get into talking about this. But no, you asked about the Guru being affected. Yeah, I stopped. Yeah. They're affected by stuff. I remember Guruji said, when Ramesh passed away, I lost 50% of my strength. Then he said, when Amma passed away, the other 50%. Now, finished. But he wasn't finished. It just took him a little while. Now it's back. Good year, Guruji used to come to the States fairly often, starting in 1975. He came to Encinitas for the first time, his first trip to the States, came right here. That was before I was involved in the scene. It was David Williams that invited him, so David had a bunch of long-haired, freaky hippies. Dope smoking, tie-dyed hippies that were Guruji's first students here in Encinitas. So they brought Guruji and Manju here in 1975. And Manju never left. Manju came, David Williams had been teaching here, and David decided that he wanted to move to Maui, so David moved to Maui, and Manju basically took over David's school. And A couple of David's original students, Brad and Gary, then became Manju students, and at some point they had a falling out. I know all the details, but basically Manju kicked them out of his school. So they started another school, rival school, right down the street from my house. So that's where I started. I started at a rival school, Brad and Gary. January of 1978, a little history lesson here. And then Guruji came to Encinitas for the second time in 1978. So
there were two Ashtanga schools.
Yeah,
In
it was Manju's school, and then there was Brad and Gary's school. And Guruji actually taught in both schools in 78, many years ago. He taught his first class at Manju's place, and he'd come over and teach at Brad and Gary's place. It was all very democratic. So that's when I got to meet Guruji for the first time. 78, he came and taught for 3 months. I've been practicing for, I don't know, 8 months or so. There's Guruji, half a block from my house, teaching for 3 months. So it's kind of in the right place at the right time, yes.